Hello, future doctors. कैसे हो आप सब? Welcome to today's super important revision session. I know, NEET is right around the corner and tension थोड़ी high होगी, right? But don't worry, today we're gonna absolutely master Chapter 6, Anatomy of Flowering Plants. This chapter is literally a gold mine for direct NCERT questions, and with a little bit of smart revision, your marks are 100% secure. So jaldi se apni NCERT nikalo, grab a pen and notebook, because today it's all about high-yield concepts. Let's get started.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We'll quickly power through 5 critical topics. We're starting with an introduction to plant anatomy, moving to tissues and meristems, then complex vascular tissues, the 3 tissue systems, and finally wrapping up with essential flower whorls. Ye 5 topics direct marks wale hain, guaranteed. So extreme focus chahiye mujhe aaj.
So Section 1, Introduction to Plant Anatomy. Before we can build the whole plant, basic terms clear karna bahut zaruri hai.
Anatomy, as you probably know, is just studying the internal structures of organisms. Simple, right? But wait, there is a major catch when NCERT defines a tissue. It says a tissue is a group of similar or dissimilar cells having a common origin. बच्चों, examiner आपको यहीं trap करेगा. We usually think tissues only have similar cells, but no, they can totally be dissimilar too as long as their origin is common and they do a similar job. ये definition ना word for word रट लो.
Okay, look at this. This is a classic factual MCQ right here. Nehemiah Grew, the father of plant anatomy, and guess what? He's also the one who coined the exact term tissue. ये नाम तुम्हारे दिमाग में प्रिंट हो जाना चाहिए. फटाफट अपनी नोटबुक के मार्जिन में एक बड़ा सा स्टार बनाओ और इसको लिख लो.
Now you might be thinking, Sir, इतना सब क्यों पढ़ना है? What's the point? Well, studying plant anatomy is literally how we understand their structural adaptations to different climates. Plus, it helps us perfectly identify monocots, dicots, and gymnosperms. And most importantly, by understanding their physiological conditions, we can help with crop improvement. Biology सिर्फ textbook नहीं है यार, it's real-world magic.
All right, moving on to Section 2, Tissues and Meristems. Let's dig a bit deeper into the actual building blocks.
So plant tissues are basically sorted into 2 fundamental buckets based purely on their capacity to divide. First, we have meristematic tissues. These guys can divide. They are your active builders always working. Then we have permanent tissues. These are the ones that have lost that dividing capacity and settled down to do specialized jobs. ये एक core concept है. हमेशा याद रखना इस distinction को.
Now, let's zoom in on a superstar meristem, the apical meristem. Imagine I'm writing this right on the board. Note it down fast. Location क्या है इसकी? Root and shoot tips. Basically, the very front line of the plant's growth. And its job? It forms the primary tissue and literally increases the length of the plant. Whenever a plant grows taller, that's almost always the magic of the apical meristem at work.
Awesome. Let's jump to Section 3, Complex Vascular Tissues. This is all about the plant's massive transport system.
Okay, quick question for you to check your active recall. दिमाग लगाओ थोड़ा. Why exactly do we call xylem and phloem complex tissues? We just covered the definition of a tissue 5 minutes ago. Any guesses?
Yep, it's right in the definition. They are complex because they consist of different types of cells. Remember that dissimilar cells thing we emphasized earlier? Yeah, wahi to have. Different types of cells teaming up and working together like a single unit to get a specific job done. Pack this phrase safely into your memory.
Now comparing these two is super basic, but trust me, it comes up all the time. Xylem transports water and phloem transports food. Remember our classic coaching trick? Xylem for jal, matlab water, and phloem for phal, matlab fruit or food. It sounds funny, I know, but this simple trick will totally save you from silly mistakes during exam panic.
Okay, let's step back and take a macro-level view of the plant architecture. Moving to Section 4, the 3 tissue systems.
Basically, the whole plant is built from just these 3 tissue systems. Number 1, epidermal tissue system. Number 2, ground tissue system. And number 3, vascular tissue system. This triad should be fixed in your mind. जैसे ही कोई anatomy का question आए, first ask yourself, which system are they talking about? It organizes your thoughts instantly.
Let's quickly do a postmortem of the outermost layer, the epidermal tissue system. क्या होता है इसमें? Well, you have epidermal cells, you have stomata, and very importantly, epidermal appendages. Listen carefully. NCERT literally names these hairs. Root hair, stem hair, stinging hair, and glandular hair. Examiners love asking which system stinging hair belongs to. तो इसको mark कर लो please.
Now about the stomata. The stomatal apparatus is made of exactly three things, okay? Guard cells, the stomatal aperture itself, and the girdling subsidiary cells around it. These three parts together form the whole apparatus. एक भी missing है तो the apparatus is incomplete.
And let me tell you, examiners are literally obsessed with guard cell morphology. NCERT says it loud and clear. Two bean-shaped cells that enclose the stomatal pores. When we talk about Dicot leaves, this bean-shaped keyword shows up almost every single year. बिल्कुल miss नहीं करना इस term को.
Then we have the vascular tissue system, which is basically three main players: xylem, phloem, and the vascular cambium. Actually, it's the presence or absence of this cambium that decides if a vascular bundle is open or closed. Memorize this list properly.
Excellent focus, bachcho. We are finally at Section 5, Essential Flower Walls. This isn't just theory, it's from your biology lab manual, which means practical-based questions will pop up directly from here.
For a flower to be called a complete flower, it absolutely must have 4 whorls. You need to rote memorize this sequence exactly like this. Outermost is the calyx, then comes the corolla, inside that is the angioecium, and right dead center is the gynoecium. Only when all 4 are present do we say, yes, this is a complete flower. But here's the twist. Look at the word essential. Yes, there are 4 whorls in total, but the calyx and corolla, they are just accessory whorls, kind of like helpers. The real essential or reproductive whorls, the ones without which sexual reproduction is just impossible, are the androecium and gynoecium. Don't let the examiner confuse you between complete whorls and essential whorls.
So students, today we brilliantly powered through the core concepts of anatomy, meristems, and flower whorls. But before I let you go, a quick puzzle for you. If these basic tissues can literally build massive towering trees and complex flowers, what structural secrets are hiding inside Dicot and Monocot roots that make them so fundamentally different? Think about it. हम ये mystery solve करेंगे in our next revision class. Until then, keep smashing that NCERT, keep practicing, all the absolute best for NEET.